Which, to
What
be
if
fair, okay.
Hold on.
I'm
just thought of something.
I'm making 2 solemn swears. For one, I will not open it until a lot of people are actually witnessing it. 2, I will be the person that goes through. So, you're like, I was the one that figured out how to open it. I'll go in first.
Actually, hold on.
You
I
don't
just
even
realized
know if
something.
this
I don't
does
even
work.
need, unlike you guys, I don't really need a tether to come back to this world.
Well, neither
What
do
if it's
I.
different?
There
Go
was
to
saying,
Olympus.
I mean, to be fair, you don't
my
know.
temple's
Not
the
even you
easiest
know what's
way for
past
you to
it. What
come
if-
here.
yeah.
So as long as the temple
No,
itself is fine,
like
you can
legitimately, I can just teleport straight on back here.
Just... Fair, yeah.
Listen,
no,
we're not.
No,
but what
don't
if,
need
dude, that's not
anything.
what we're saying. Dude,
But
you've
the
never
temple's
been
more of an
in
official
there.
link.
No
What if
one's
there's
ever
not
been in where
the
we're
same
going.
type
What
of
if you
link?
go in there and it's like not in the normal tier system?
Then it'll be
I mean,
my
dude,
problem.
I have tried everything. I've like tried linking. I've tried all the sources. Like, there is no way to normally ignite this portal, which is why I have so many types of science and magic hooked up to it. Like, literally, I'm using every power.
Something should
our
work.
available arsenal.
If I use them all simultaneously, either one of them will work or a combination of them will work. I hope.
Maybe.
Like I said, last material I would like to try out is Wither Skulls. Kind of just because Wither Skulls obviously have some sort of capability. They summon the Wither, so they have to have some.
So I'm assuming you want to put them on those 3 blocks right there.
Yeah.
How many you
up
need?
there.
3?
3. Yeah, just
I have
1,
3.
2, 3.
I
Right
literally
above the
have
portal.
3 in my hands right now.
Yeah, there's.
And I'm wearing one.
One power source.
Don't
Yeah,
you guys love plot? Don't you love plot? Plot's great.
Plot is.
No, like you see right
Plot
there
is
up top,
fun.
like on the Silesium blocks and the Weeping Obsidian. But I'm curious about Weeping Obsidian. No, that's a Weeping.
These
that one
skulls
specifically
right now,
is a Weeping.
they're more for an experiment in the future, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know if people have like paid much attention, but there is a Weeping, like this is a crying block, and this is a Weeping one.
I don't get that.
Weeping emits light more.
Yeah.
Well, then it's just more fragile. Simple.
Yeah. So these 2 are Weeping. This is blue Weeping, and that's purple Weeping. They do drip more though. I wonder what's inside of these.
Yeah, like
There's
what's
a little
in
bit
obsidian?
Probably. I was about
can I
to say,
have that back?
probably
That's
a
my own.
liquidized version of.
Red, you picked up my only
Obsidian.
Weeping. That's my only Weeping block I have. I don't even have like purple Weeping anymore. I don't think. Oh, now you have it. Give me my Weeping back.
Skill issue.
You can't cry anymore.
Let me weep, please.
That's
I'm on my way,
crazy.
buddy.
That's
Momo,
crazy.
I'm looking for the server again.
I
Once
found
I
more weeping obsidian.
I can't go in there.
I'll drag you.
I know he already already on.
He has been dragged.
Dragon?
Oh my god.
The
my God,
dragon
I don't know.
was,
Sam.
was killed Sam.
So there's more to the ancient builders than I thought.
Yeah, there is. I'm honestly surprised
Oh.
that they
Didn't know
didn't
very
know
much
that
about
they
them in the
didn't
first place.
that they didn't live in that they lived in the overworld.
Well, the end is very restricted on information. I was taught that they kind of forged most of our civilization before killing all of the dragons. Well, after killing all of them, correction. And they
Why not
chose
hearing?
Gene, who Gene then became corrupted and started killing off Ender beings, people like me, just because. That is all I know. And I also know that the ancient builders were very important in my people's culture. That is it. We know very little about them, but this upper ranked one that Box keeps talking about, yeah, no, I've heard of it before. I just don't want to admit it to him.
Huh?
Don't know what it is or who it is, but
We
call him the original.
The original.
So it could be a god.
Well,
some say. Well, I've even
He could
heard
be
myths that
considered one.
we've even heard myths that the man is
Original?
blind, possibly.
Oh, like a warden
No,
or
like
disabled or
no, like
I don't know.
like just maybe that he looks blind. We don't know if he is.
Huh.
That's just all I've heard.
Oh, so his eyes are simply grayed out like a typical blind, or no? If someone's eyes are grayed out, that normally means they're blind by injury.
Yeah, no, I don't think he would
Or
be blind by
sometimes
injury.
genetics.
Unless one of the
white.
other ancient builders tried to kill him.
Like if they're pure white, like pure white, like whiter than
Sure.
snow.
That could work. That makes me wonder though. Where
Well,
is
we
he?
know they didn't really have gender.
Because he's not dead. We know he's not dead.
So
might be
a
he's
figure
probably on
that
it.
may or
might
may not
be-
look blind.
Yeah, no, maybe he's not dead. Maybe this person probably controls the key to respawn, or was the creator of disabling respawn. Disabling
And
respawn.
if it's not remaining ancient builders hiding behind this portal, what if they could just be waiting on the other side?
Oh,
Like
I don't think ancient builders are behind
They know
this.
that some curious being would come across this portal eventually and try and open it, and they're
Think
just
about
waiting
it.
for that.
Box
It could be the
explains it
reason
very
it's not
well.
normally open.
That disc explained it very well. The portal opened, and we heard a warden. It wasn't a warden that came out. Have you noticed that no infinite amount of wardens can spawn from the skulk? It wasn't a warden that came out. It was the entire infection, and then they made too much noise, so it was spawned.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
The
And they
warning
didn't
was
know this
taken
nothing-
over by the skulk.
Nothing came out. That dimension tried to corrupt the overworld.
Mm.
Or
And if the
maybe,
portal
reminds
had
me
been
of
open, maybe it
someone.
would spread.
maybe a single
It's
being came
terrifying.
out. Maybe a single warden did come out. When they died, the first catalyst came out. You don't know what they maybe did. Maybe they planted the catalyst. And maybe it instantly turned into all of this. And not to mention, there's multiple ancient cities. So which portal was opened? Was it all of them?
Or maybe
Who
the
knows?
cities were built around the portals after they appeared.
Like the
These
portals
cities had to have been here before. Who knows? Maybe
Well, I mean,
maybe
also, if
all
you
of the
look at
portal.
the
Maybe
city's
one portal opened up all of them. Maybe
If you
maybe
look
that's
at
what
the
happened.
city's
Maybe
architecture itself, you'll notice the wool road. So clearly that maybe they built the cities at, like, the portals were here, they opened first, they closed the portals, and then built these cities around and adapted it with, you know, the wall and stuff to keep wardens from spawning, maybe as a way to just observe the
my
portal
thinking,
or worship
my
it.
thinking, these blocks right here,
Yeah.
they created them. These reinforced
That
deep
too.
slate, they created it. That is
Yeah, it does.
You want to know why I think this?
It
Because
feels older
they
than...
lived here.
We
The
can
disc
craft
the
that,
disc gives
right?
us enough. The disc gives us enough
Mm.
information to tell us they lived here. They built this. Maybe they had like a head scientist who made this, and then when the warden came out, maybe then they changed all the ancient cities to look like wardens, or maybe someone
Like-
else from the dimension sculpted the rest of it.
One thing I want to point out, like, if you like looking at like under like the sticky outfits, it almost looks like there's like a bluish, like skulkish thing in it though. So how would it have
Powered
gotten the
missile,
skull?
probably.
So someone existed before the ancient builders. Then is that what we're getting at now?
Maybe,
The
probably.
gods did. That's
Or
what
Yeah,
I
the
know.
gods did.
Yeah.
Eljon,
maybe
did
we're
you
the-
create this block?
I was gonna
No,
say
Eljon-
perhaps there
Eljon's
was,
only
there was
came here
something that
recently.
lived alongside the ancient builders.
Yeah,
Not specifically an ancient builder, but something close enough that people could mistake it for an ancient builder.
It's funny we call Eljon a god, but the only reason he's here is because Cookie accidentally summoned him.
yeah. Now it's only like 3
Good
months.
job,
or
Cookie. I love
something
that
ago.
man. By the way, you
So,
did
yeah,
a great
there's-
job summoning.
Yeah, there's no way it could have been
Yeah,
Eljon
he's
because
chill.
Eljon physically simply hasn't been here for long enough.
I don't think Eljon even remotely has proper jurisdiction over this universe. Who knows what
Yeah,
he
it
could
kinda
get in
seems like he
trouble
just
with
showed
if
up.
he keeps doing stuff here.
Flower, can we use your soul to open the portal?
He knows
Could
that.
full on
No.
get deleted.
Here, I have
You
a
are
gift
not.
for you.
Oh,
You
I have
are
a gift
not.
for you.
You are not
Yeah, it's
touching
scary.
the seedling crystal again.
I have the seedling. I've never touched the seedling crystal.
You're not touching you. Well, you are not touching my life force.
I will find it.
You are
I
not.
wouldn't like it
you
if
are not
someone
gonna
touched
touch
the
it.
equivalent of my heart.
And so,
You know, I think I've always had a vendetta against Overworld being, especially you, Mrs. Daughter Nature, or whatever.
Bruh.
Daughter
Why?
nature.
It's what I see about people just hating everything from one dimension is like, if like
I don't.
let's say
I don't hate everything.
That's
from one
just kind of
dimension,
a
that's the problem.
dimensional grudge or whatever.
My people, remember, my home was locked away from the other side. We've never experienced the overworld. I may be one of the first few Ender beings besides the Endermen to have experienced this place.
I'm
and I've
probably
met
one of the
horrible
first light
things.
beings
There
to enter this
horrible
world, too,
things have
so-
happened here. You see, this may be the middle ground between dimensions, but the most conflict has happened here. Now, I'm not saying the overworld should be destroyed, or I'm not saying, like Sam, that the dimensions should be united.
It's more like
But the
simply
overworld
by the
really
fact of it
hasn't
being the
had
middle
a
ground, it
good
attracts the most
reputation.
conflict.
I mean, you mean
To be
the
fair,
Earth
there-
hasn't had a good
remember-
reputation.
Yeah, the
There
Earth
ha-
hasn't had a good reputation.
There was a reason that they were separated.
Really? I'd
They
love to
were
hear
always
that, actually.
separated.
Not
No,
necessarily.
here's the thing. It's like I
And then there's
don't.
that Sam.
And Flower,
Bush
Flower, you asked me to help you. I couldn't help you. You were like, help me.
Since the
I
beginning
couldn't.
of recording
If anything,
time,
you
maybe.
you made you
I-
created a you created one of my problems. You may not know it, but technically you created one of my problems.
How
not
did I
being
make
Sam.
you? How did I make a problem for you by asking for help that you couldn't
You
solve?
brought
How-
me to where Sam was. Simple as that.
How?
And have you noticed that ever since meeting Sam, that sometimes I get a little dragony like him?
I
I feel like that's just an inherent
no, not my
iconic
fault.
connection.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I
Oh, you're lucky that even though I hold a grudge and blame you for it, I don't actually want. I'm not going to be the type to find a way to disable your respawn and say, hey, let's kill the person who is descendant from the life force of a lot of the things here in the overworld. But just know that whatever happens to me, it's on your hands, Flower.